So this argument by analogy states basically that if state law requires that someone must obtain a driver's license in order to operate a motorized vehicle and to drive on the roads amongst other drivers, that they must complete a series of tests and obtain a driver's license to show that they are capable of driving safely on the roads amongst these other people. Failure to comply with good driving habits or prove that they have erratic or reckless driving behavior could result in the temporary or permanent revocation of their driver's license. And this would be because if they are showing reckless behavior, they could this could result in hurting or possibly killing an innocent person who's out also on the road, whether it be a pedestrian or another car driver, whatever it may be, passengers, whatever. So therefore, if people must obtain a license and prove that they are capable to drive a car, otherwise it might harm other people, innocent people on the road, then people should also obtain a license and prove their competency to nurture and raise a child into adulthood, because without proving their competence, they could be raising a child poorly and therefore doing harm to that child. So this argument basically says if people have to obtain a driver's license to drive a car, they should obtain a parenting license to parent a child. So according to the All Things Considered policy, the All Things Considered view on this, utilitarianism would consider this a bad idea, as it would be detrimental to the child if the parenting license was revoked. Just as a driver's license could be revoked, a parenting license would be revoked if they proved bad parenting habits. So therefore, the child would have to go obviously into state custody or foster care, whichever it may be. And so that is detrimental to the child's development and their growing ability, whereas it's also detrimental to the state because then they're having to pull funding to pay for this child because the parents were incompetent of parenting this child properly. And then feminist care ethics would say this is actually a good idea because it's in the best interest of the child that if it is parented by somebody who is authorized, rather than people just haphazardly bringing kids into the world, not knowing if, they're actually going to be a good parent. Whereas if they have a license before they bring a child into this world, that person is authorized, they are competent of bringing a child and nurturing it to adulthood. So according to basically all things, looking at all things combined, it's hard to say whether this would be a good idea or a bad idea, but overall it would be a not very good idea because it would be very harmful for the child to, for the parent to have their license revoked, and then it would just disrupt the child's entire life. They would have to go, like I said, into state care. So overall, I think according to these philosophies of ethics, I think that this would be a bad idea.